Family tried to take my child. I said no. When we moved into that cramped apartment above the laundromat, it wasn't much, but it was ours. I worked nights, cleaned offices, stocked shelves. Every spare minute went to him. We didn't have vacations or takeout dinners, but we had story time, pancake Saturdays, and a rule. No matter how tired we are, we laugh at least once a day. At school, he made a new friend. Sweet kid, polite, lived in a house with a garden and a swing set. The parents seemed perfect. They waved every morning, offered rides, and slowly became part of our routine. When I worked overtime, they offered to watch him. When I hesitated, they smiled and said, "We know how hard it is doing this alone." At first, it felt like kindness. They took him to the zoo, helped him with homework, sent photos of him grinning wider than I'd seen in weeks. I tried to pay them back, cookies, gas money, anything, but they refused. "You're family now," they said. It should have felt warm. It didn't. Little things started changing. He called their dog ours. He mentioned a room there with his name painted on the wall. One day he said, "They said I can stay there anytime I want." I told him he already has a home. He just smiled and said, "I know, but they have space." During spring break, they offered to keep him the whole week so I could work extra hours. It made sense. Rent was due and my schedule was packed. Every night they sent photos, him baking, building forts, playing catch. But one night I noticed something behind him on the fridge, a drawing, their family. And there he was in the middle, drawn in crayon. When I picked him up that weekend, they asked to talk. We sat at their shiny kitchen table. A folder sat between us. They spoke gently, like people breaking bad news. "We can offer him more," they said. "A yard, lessons, opportunities." I stared at that folder. It said guardianship. My throat burned. I told them he doesn't need a new home, just people who respect the one he already has. I stood, called him over, and took his hand. They had everything money could buy, but I had something they didn't, his trust, and I wasn't signing